What's up, Shawty? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Jamaya, and this is the Journey to Joy podcast where we spread love, life, and truth when it comes to our journey to joy with Jesus. Shawty B, look, we was going to talk about something totally different, but we are going to talk about breaking generational curses, cleaning up the bloodline, as well as the book of Esther. So I'm going to start with the book of Esther, and I'm going to give a little summary because it is a good book, and I recommend you going to read it yourself, especially if you don't know who Esther is. Esther was called to be that girl, in my opinion, y'all. Okay, eventually she became a queen, and there's this, I want to say he's another king of a different, anyways, I feel like he put a hit out on the Jews, okay? Call it what you want, but that's what I'm gonna call it. The backstory with Mordecai and the king Xers. He has good standing with the king because he has saved the king's life beforehand. In the midst of Esther becoming the queen and Haggai putting a hit out on the Jews, Mordecai asked Esther to speak with the king. You could not approach his throne if you were not called to do so, because there's a potential of you being killed if you were not called. With her knowing that, she requested that Mordecai and the Jews fast for 3 days, and eventually she was able to approach his throne. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, when I say she was that girl because the king loved Esther. Can't get around that one. She requested that they had a feast with Haggai. They had a feast twice, and the king kept asking Esther, what did she want? And when I say she was that girl, the king was ready to give it all to her. Okay. Eventually, she ended up telling the king what was wrong and what was going on with Haggai. And y'all, when I say Haggai did not like Mordecai, baby, he did not like Mordecai. Ugh. In the midst of all of that, and she telling the king, y'all, when I say Haggai had it, he had it set. Baby, you ain't even had a conversation with the king about Mordecai, but you had this pole sitting outside. You had to sit outside. Like, why? Because you ain't even talked to him about what you wanted to do with Mordecai. And you know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around, because of the fact that Esther was in position with the king and that he loved her so much and she was called to save the Jews. Y'all, Haggai died. Okay, Haggai died because you tried it. And that's how I feel when it comes to the enemy. He sets up camp thinking that he can attack our bloodline. And he might have gotten away with a few things in the past and generations before you came along. Shawty, you were called for your bloodline, and you were called to clean it up. I'm also in this place where take back what the devil stole from you. Take it back, because it's not his from the get-go. It's not his. It was never his. And he thinks that he can steal y'all peace, y'all joy, y'all finances, your abundance, your overflow. That's not for him. You were called. Even the Bible said that you were called. You were chosen. You weren't just, and I've said this in a previous video, you weren't just put here for no reason. You were literally called to clean up your bloodline. And I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It's tough. And you might not think that you're worthy. You might not think that you're enough. Maybe you are more than enough, because God is putting you in position to do so. And you have to put on the full armor of God. Yes, it's scary. It might be a little tough. But if you got that full armor of God on, baby, anything's possible. Freaking possible. No, I'm just kidding. Anything's possible with Jesus. I was telling one of my coworkers that in the Bible it says this demon does not go out only through praying and fasting. Just dealing with generational curses, I feel like you have to really be strong enough mentally and physically, more so spiritually. They gonna fight you back. And if you're not strong enough, they will laugh in your face. So just be prepared spiritually to fight this battle for your family and for your bloodline. Y'all have so much stuff that be going on in our bloodlines that we don't even know about. And sometimes you might have to dig a little bit. You might have to figure out, we're not just dealing with one demon, baby. We dealing with a few of them. We dealing with sexual immorality, drunkism, depression, anxiety. We dealing with financial issues. We dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. An adulterous spirit. We dealing with who knows what, God knows what on our bloodlines. If you are going to fight that battle for your family and for your bloodline, you really gonna have to put in some work. We're just gonna be honest and we're gonna be transparent here. It's not a shot against some of our families, but I feel like some of our families just let things happen. This stuff that is being passed down to us, and it's not even officially my fight. This wasn't even my fight to begin with, y'all. I don't know where this came from, and this probably wasn't your mama fight either. We gotta figure this thing out. Because if we don't do it now, it's going to be passed down to our kids, your grandkids, kids. I'm going to leave y'all with 4 steps that can help you break the generational curses off of your family and off of your bloodline. The first one is finding the root. What is the cause? What spirits or strongholds that you believe is on your bloodline? Did you create any spiritual warfare on your bloodline? Even if y'all don't know, ask the Lord to reveal the things that you do not know about your bloodline. And even if it goes back to slavery time, if it goes back to yesterday, if it goes back to last year, ask the Lord to reveal those things to you so that you know and that you do not skip over anything when it comes to this journey that you're about to take. Number 2 is repent, not only for family's bloodline, the generations before you, but you repent as well. Because again, what have you done? What role did you play into the generational curses that are on your family? And understand that the things that you do and don't repent for can be passed down to your kids and their kids. So keep that in mind when you are fighting this battle. Number 3 is grow spiritually and putting on the full armor of God. And this is you fighting this battle for yourself, but you allowing God to do what he needs to do to help you. And keep in mind again, these demons are not weak. They will laugh in your face. They can smell fear. Even though we fear and we have this reverence for the Lord, you have to be strong enough to fight this battle. And the 4th one is go to war. And I'm going to just be honest with you. It stops with you. It didn't start with you, but it stops with you right here, right now. You are called to save your bloodline. You are called to rebuke any demonic spirit that comes against your bloodline, because you are strong enough. You are strong enough to do it. And it may get scary. Sometimes you may not even know what to do, how to do it. But great is he that is in you. Just like Esther. Esther was called to save the Jews. She was called to save her bloodline. God, he does things so strategically, and you can't even deny how great he is and how to order your footsteps. So he knows that you are coming to save your bloodline. So what are you going to do? Are you going to rise to the occasion? Are you going to rise, Esther? Because it's time to rise up, Esther. It's time to rise up, Mordecai. Do not let these generational curses and strongholds pass you by, because again, it stops with you. I hope that encourages somebody to get up and do the work, because if not you, then who? Be safe out there. Put on that full armor of God. Trust him. Trust in his word. Grow the way that he needs you to grow in order to fight this good fight, not only with your bloodline, but with his as well. In the name of Jesus. I like that one. I hope to see y'all in the next video, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on y'all post notifications. And let's make it do what it do. Okay. Y'all gonna be on this journey with me or not? No, I'm just kidding. I love y'all. See y'all next time.